war is ticking. The days off, you've been reading some old letters. You smile and think how much you've changed. All the money in the world couldn't buy back those days. You pull back your curtains and the sun burns into your eyes. You watch your plane flying across the clear blue sky. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day when things fall into place. You could have done anything if you wanted, and all your friends and family think that you're lucky. But the side of you that never sees when you're left alone with the memories that hold your life together. And the sun burns into your eyes. You watch a plane flying across a clear blue sky. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day when things fall into place. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day your life will surely change.
On the floating shipless oceans, I did all my best to smile till your singing eyes and fingers drew me up into your arms, and you sang, said to me, let me unfold you. Here I am, waiting to hold you. Did I dream? You dreamed about me. Were you here when I was for sale? Now my foolish boat is leaning, broken off long. For you sing, touch me not, come back tomorrow. Oh my heart shines from the sorrow. I'm as puzzled as a newborn child. I'm as riddled as the tide. Should I stand amid the breakers, or should I lie with death, my bride? Hear me sing, swim to me, let me unfold you. Here I am, waiting to hold you.
3 tracks out of the UK in 1983, starting off with Echo and the Bunnymen and a few words from Mighty Mouth Mac from the band, acknowledging his willingness to go electropop in order to get a major hit. He did with Never Stop and achieved his aim as well. We also heard from Matt Johnson, who of course will be in town pretty soon with the doing a track off their Soul Mining album, This Is the Day, and we just heard from This Mortal Coil, who are of course various members, bands on the 4AD label, including mainly the Cocteau Twins, and they're doing a song written originally and performed by Tim Buckley way back in 1971 on his Star Sailor album, a song called Song for the Siren, and that's a track chosen for the band to cover specifically by Ivo, who runs the 4AD label, due to the fact that he is a pretty major Tim Buckley fan himself. More music after this message.
3PBS and Premium presents a meaningful eye contact film, Spirits of the Air, Gremlins of the Clouds. The first ever long play music video. Ambient, fantastic, surreal, comic. The story of one man's obsession in building a flying machine in Australia's infinite but confining desert. Spirits of the Air, this Friday and Saturday at the Longford Cinema, late screening 11:15 p.m. and from Monday till Friday next week at the Capitol Cinema, screening 9:30 p.m.
Just mentioned a little earlier that the Gang of Four split up in 1983, another great punk outfit split in 83 after releasing a wondrous series of singles that were totally ignored by the general public. For a couple of years later in their career, they departed with a wonderfully tongue-in-cheek press release, which is virtually worth quoting verbatim. It says, "We have felt in recent months that being on the verge of international stardom, with all the trappings of wealth and the restrictions of such a predicament, it would bring us into an unattractive position. We thought that having to live in luxury in exotic tax havens, lazing by the pool, being served drinks by lightly clad females would ruin our ability to make great records." End of quote. That's on the 11th of June 1983, giving notice to quit the Undertones.
Conspiracy,
with general demise of the original punk bands and even post-punk bands like the Undertones and the Gang of Four, there was a new breed starting to rev up in Britain, a sound that was later tagged, I guess, indie pop. I just heard from a couple of early exponents back in '83 from Scotland, the Bluebells doing Cath, beating the Proclaimers to putting smearing thick Scottish accents all over 7 inches of vinyl. And we just heard then from Hurrah doing a track called The Sun Shines Here on the pretty important little indie label at that stage, I think, Newcastle's Kitchenware label, who had a few other good bands on it who have slipped my memory with the exception of the Cane Gang. If the English indie scene was typified by the Smiths and those who followed in its wake and were accentuating asexuality and uncertainty and innocence and youthfulness on their records, in the US things were a little more earthy and cynical, thank God. Some exciting debuts from the US bands in 1983, including a band fronted by a couple of brothers who had originally been a San Francisco punk band called the Dills, who brought out some classic singles such as Class War. They got bitten by the country and western bug, moved down to Austin, Texas, formed a band called Rank and File.
I caught the train at the station on the tracks to the right. It had an engine as old as the moon. With my ticket in my hand, I waited for the man with the whistle. It howled out of tune. Well, the brakeman did his job and the fireman did his. Yes, he kept up a good head of steam. I ride this train. Yes, I ride this train. You take your ticket and you're on the stay. He don't thank you and he don't look back. Don't act surprised when he tells you where you're going. On this train, conductor wears black. A bronze side of general with some stars on his chest. His heart was blacker than a mine. In the rear to the left side, a man with no heart, though his head was working overtime. I saw a rounder in the back with some blood on his hands, and his cousins were lining the aisle. I ride this train. Yes, I ride this train. You'll take your ticket and you're on his way. He don't thank you and he don't look back. Don't act surprised when he tells you where you're going. On this train, conductor wears black. This train carries liars. This train carries thieves. This train carries blackguards from all walks of life that you'd ever want to meet. I ride this train. I ride this train. You'll take your ticket and you're on the stay. He don't thank you and he don't look back. Don't act surprised when he tells you where you're going. On the train, conductor wears black. You'll take your ticket and you're on the stay. He don't thank you and he don't look back. Don't act surprised when he tells you where you're going. On this train, conductor wears black. On this train,
Just last night I was reminded of just how bad it had gotten and just how sick I had become. But it could change with this relationship. DD range, we've all been through some shit. If what thing, I think this thing's begun. Oh, tell me now, what do I have to do? Oh, tell me now, what do I have to do? Oh, tell me now, what do I have to do? I prove my love to you. Special favors come in 31 flavors. We're out of mints, past the lifesavers. I'm dropping hints, candy for candy coated tongue. You being so good, so very good for me. What do you think? Tell me honestly. I'm waiting for you to come. Oh, tell me now, what do I have to do? You gotta tell me now, what do I have to do? Yeah, tell me now, what do I have to do? And I prove my love to you. Third verse, same as the first. Just last night I was reminded of just how bad it had gotten and just how sick I had become. But it could change with this relationship. DD range, we've all been through some shit. And if what thing, I think this thing's begun. Oh, tell me now, what do I have to do? You gotta tell me now, what do I have to do? I do anything. What do I have to do? I do it all. What do I have to do? I do it all for you. What do I have to do? I climb a mountain. What do I have to do? I cross the ocean. What do I have to do? I do it all. What do I have to do? I prove my love to you.
Play on, maggot brain, play on. Oh my sick. Any distortion on your VU meters as you're listening to this is Steve Albini, not us.
really early home recorded stuff there from Steve Albini out of Chicago, fronting his band Big Black. That stuff's off a fanzine cassette, and it doesn't even bother to list what they're called, so I can't tell you what they are, I'm afraid. Before that we had the wacky three-piece from Wisconsin, the Violent Femmes, off their debut album. Probably they didn't need to release any albums after that, I don't think. They pretty much summed up what they had to say. A track called Prove My Love, and we started off with Rank and File, way down in Austin, Texas. I think that was recorded, a track called Conductor Wears Black off their debut album Sundown. Other older US acts in 1983 were making some great foaming, slobbering records. Here's one of them.
A really good friend, a really good friend to me. But then she threw away and tossed her in the bin. Now she's hanging in his burden. She had a very bad affair with some cat from Hiroshima. She turned into a headland, she stars in a marina. But then she threw away and tossed her in the bin. Now she's hanging in his burden. And every time I eat vegetables, it makes me think of you. And every time I eat vegetables, I don't know what to do. Oh yeah. A very bad affair with some cat from Hiroshima. She turned into a headland and she stars in a marina. But then took her away, tossed her in a bin, and she's hanging in his burden. What then?
This one's dedicated to all you Gucci bag carriers out there. It's called You Got Good Taste.
I got this stuff on the tip of my tongue, chandeliers light up, the pictures you home. Woo, you got good taste. Woo, hey, good taste. Oh, you got good taste.
You got good taste, you got good taste. You don't care, sit on my lap. You know I know where it's at. Ooh, your good taste. Woo, hey, good taste. Yummy, good taste. Hey, baby, good taste. Woo, you must have snapped something in your business stocking. You got something I can put my heart in. You got good taste. That's right, good taste. Woo, you got good taste. Hey, baby, good taste. Well, you got good taste. Now you got good taste.
I guess for the Ramones it's always going to sound like 1976, but that was Every Time I Ate Vegetables. They Make Me Think of You off the Subterranean Jungle album, and a big year for Johnny Ramone in that he got knifed, and reportedly his first words when he regained consciousness was, "Did I make the Subway edition?" Yeah, well, I believe it as well, but it says here on a piece of paper he said that. And the Cramps we just had, of course, there off their little mini live album, The Smell of Female, recorded at the Peppermint Lounge, and the band had a pretty major legal wrangle which had them off the tracks for a while, but they were back with that mini live album. And don't forget, all you gorehounds out there, if you're a big Cramps fan, make sure you check out Eat Carpet on SBS this Friday night. There's going to be a program which features Herschel Gordon-Lewis, who is one of the Cramps' major influences, in that he's the director of Blood Feast, 2000 Maniacs, The Gore Gore Girls, The Wizard of Gore, and An Eye for an Eye, amongst other gore gems. So if your idea is splatter, then make sure you catch that on SBS this Friday night. That's tomorrow night, in fact, isn't it?
This Friday, the 30th of June, 3PBS presents the cool, smooth rock and beat of Crashland at the Anglers Club, 229 Queensbury Street, Carlton.
Right off my feet. I like the way you walk.
That's this Friday, the 30th, for Crashland at the Anglers Club, Carlton, co-presented by 3PBS FM.
And you took that
Yeah, let's have a little pause for thought, and let's hear a few words from the Cramps themselves. This is them on American radio talking about Elvis and whether he's alive or not.
What do you think about all these spottings of Elvis Presley? Do you think that's a myth, or is that true, or what? Are they somehow seeing Elvis lookalikes?
Sounds messy. Spottings, where did he leave the trails?
I mean, you guys must have been to Graceland at one point. You ever see Elvis hanging out there?
No, I saw a photo where it shows like supposedly the ghost of Elvis in the window.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't been to Graceland. At the time we were there, you couldn't tour it, and he had died, but they had the gates shut, and there was graffiti all over the front.
I think they're actually, the sightings of Elvis are just ABEs, alien biological entities. I think they just change into the shape of Elvis so that you'll think it's Elvis and won't notice that they're actually from outer space.
Do you think Elvis is alive?
Yeah, because he's always buying hamburgers in these burger places. Everybody sees him. I mean, that's a silly question, Rodney. You know he's alive.
Seeing is believing.
I don't know. Let's try.
I see him all the time.
I got this hotline. We could call this number here to find out if there's been any Elvis spottings.
All right, let's put an end to this rumor once and for all that he's dead.
It's like
1-900-909-1900.
It's my phone number.
Hello?
Proud fan of music, but I now realize that I can't perform for my fans like before. So I've got to just be content to live life.
Not with a voice like that, you can't.
In closing, I all the best, and God bless.
Well, folks, there you have it. Is Elvis Presley alive, or is this just one more hoax associated with the greatest entertainer that ever lived? Call back tomorrow for more reported sightings, including one from a member of the Canadian government.
Thank you very much for calling, and do call again soon, won't you? Thanks for calling the King's Hotline, the best way to stay informed on the controversies surrounding the death of Elvis Presley.
Recently, a tape made in 1980, 3 years after the King's death, has been made public for the first time. In that tape, Elvis explains how he was forced to fake his own death to escape the pressures of a career that had turned him into something he was not. He now lives in disguise around the world with frequent stops in both Hawaii and Tennessee. Supposedly, he's happier than ever, according to reports from eyewitnesses.
Yeah, I know it's not him.
We will now play part of that secret death tape for you.
You know, I just want my fans to know that I am still with them, both spiritually and mentally. I know that a lot of you won't understand my reasons for doing this, but you must understand that I felt that I had no other choice. I miss the crowd and the music, but I now realize that I can't perform for my fans like before. So I've got to just be content to live life as a private citizen. In closing, I wish you all the best, and God bless.
Well, folks, there you have it. Is Elvis Presley alive, or is this just one more hoax
He keeps saying that.
associated with the greatest entertainer that ever lived?
None of these people that are on this thing are alive. They're all just, it's a tape.
Canadian government.
Lux Interiors and Poison Ivy from the Cramps. Is Elvis alive? In fact, is Lux Interiors and Poison Ivy alive? They've been away for a very long time now. I haven't heard much from them for some years.
On Monday nights, the music explodes on 3PBS FM. 6 hours of the freshest sounds, featuring all styles, from the areas of rock, blues, jazz, world, acoustic, ambient, Australian independent, heavy metal, punk thrash, and everything in between. 6 p.m. to midnight, the Monday night showcase of new and recent releases on 106.7 3PBS FM.
8 minutes to 10 here on 3PBS. If you've just joined us and wondering what the hell is happening, what is all this retrogressive junk we're playing, you've tuned into the fourth, I believe, of Beat Orgy's 10 programs on the 1980s. We're flicking through the decade 1 year at a time, one year per show. This show is dedicated to 1983. My name's Steve Cross and I'm going with you through until 11 o'clock. Let's have a track from a band who are related to the Cramps, mentally, spiritually, and band member-wise, I guess. Here's the Gun Club.
And I scream right now.
Chuckles is just a gorilla. I mean, he just goes crazy. He just breaks all his string. You know, just feeds back on every song. He's just completely out of his mind. He's just a southern kid from Memphis. You know, he drops acid stuff. You know, he's out of his head. He's great.
That one goes out to Linda for helping get this show together. It's the Gun Club with Death Party and Jeffrey Lee Pierce in the middle of it, expressing his opinion of his newfound guitarist Jim Ducksworth, the kid from Memphis who drops a lot of acid and is generally out of his head, according to Jeffrey Lee there. And of course Jim Ducksworth had previously played with the Panther Burns. It's just before 10 o'clock here on 3PBS on the water.